Hey y'all, my name is Lita and I'm here with.
James.
So as y'all already may know, or if you don't know, this is Mr. OU. So we gonna check in with his mental health, given that we all gave him a presidential label that he has to live up to. Um, and outside of that, no one really checks on other people's mental health. So I'm just like, let me check on yours. Let me feel me. Let's chop it up. So for my first question,
Okay, talk to me.
what would you rate your mental health right now?
Right now,
1 through 10. 10 being the best.
I'm gonna say I'm probably at. I say a solid 7.
Solid 7.
So like average. You got the everyday stresses of life, and then still being on a college campus. After 4 years of that, and then on top of that, thinking about getting a master's degree. I know, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then also, it's just a hard time right now. A lot of people have been struggling with loss lately. Like I have people close to me that's been affected by it. Like I actually have a funeral to go to this Friday, so that's
my condolences to you and your family.
Yeah, pretty tough. It's not my family. It's like blood family.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Grew up since we was land. Her pops, my pops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's fair for sure.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad number, actually. It's really not. Because it is actually really hard to get past the 5. So, do the math. You're right here.
Yeah.
So,
it fluctuates,
Yeah, it just come with time. So my next question for you is: have you ever struggled with mental health?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you care to go into detail?
Let me try to think of a specific one I struggle with. Honestly, really, since I'm still a college student, that's my biggest struggle. Like, I beat myself up a lot because I feel like I'm better than what I have been doing. And yes, I know I've been doing great things on campus. I've been leaving my mark. I've been helping others, impacting others. But for me personally, when you just have that type of drive, it's like you always beat yourself up. I can do more. I can do more, and don't give yourself enough grace and enough credit for the things you have done. So that's one of the biggest mental struggles I struggle with. Even now, like that's something like I beat myself up about. Like I got to get out of here because the more that I stay here, the more I'm letting myself down, my family down. Like because I'm not done, but it's a marathon. Everybody don't finish the same, but it's easier to say that than living in it. So that's the biggest mental struggle right now.
Yeah, definitely. So when can you feel yourself like your mental health is declining? How do you know your mental health is declining?
Well, for me, I would say the biggest indicator or one of the main ones is when I don't want to be bothered.
Okay.
So like if I know I'm going into this dark space, I just want to sit in my room, or if I'm sleeping a lot, like I got that real bad. Listen, when I'm having a problem, something hit the fan, it's like you go to sleep and just feel like it just reset everything. Go to sleep like you're gonna wake up and everything just reset, nothing ever happened. It never work out like that though. You just wake up and have to deal with it then. That I mean, honestly, just going late night cruising, listening to some music, gathering yourself, put the phone on D&D. Sometimes just needing a reset.
Yeah.
When I know that reset is needed, that's when I know I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially the drive. I love driving. People see like, girl, why you come so far? It's just like, because in that time frame of that hour and 45 minutes, I done thought about everything I need to think about.
Right.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it up again, but I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you find, I found that a lot of times when a problem occurs, at least for me, me personally, I'm not good with dealing with things in the moment because I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
I like to think before I speak. And if I address something right then and there, more times than not, I might make it worse, or I just don't have nothing to say, and that's gonna make it worse. Like, so it's like I just need time to think and process things.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me too. Like, but I take months to think. Like, that's my problem. Like, I just feel look, hear me out. I just feel like I'm still gonna say something wrong. So it's like, so say somebody pissed me off. I'm a great communicator, But let me just say, if it's gonna hurt your feelings more of how I say it, I gotta
Right.
still think of how to condense it. Or I honestly won't give a fuck no more after that. But it take me a long time to go and actually like clash it with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like,
yeah,
probably not working no more. But I thought about it. So just like going off of that question, since you are in college, how do you manage your mental health in classes?
As far as managing mental health in classes, honestly, my biggest support system is CMI office on campus.
Okay.
The Center for Multicultural Initiatives is what it stands for. Listen, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be on this campus. Like, and that's literally because I mean they're the reason I'm here from support wise, emotional support, financial support.
Let's go, Vanessa.
Listen, okay, because I didn't know where I was going, and I didn't want to come to Oakland. I was like, that's the last place I'm going because a lot of people from my high school came here, and me, in my adolescent mind, thought that it was gonna be Oak Park 2.0, and I'm gonna see. No, you barely gonna see them.
Right.
You're gonna create your own path. And then also when it came down to finances, like, that was something my parents always told me, like, be better than me. I want you to go to school, do this. Like my mom, she did 2 years. My pop's a hustler. So I got that hustle mindset and the education mindset. So for me it was like once I saw Oakland giving me a full ride, it's like, why am I looking at other schools?
Right.
So I mean, CMI, they the reason, bro.
Definitely.
Like, anytime I'm going through something, I know I can go in there and talk to Vanessa, Omar, Brownell, Nicole, and being in that community and then working for them last year. Now I know more people that I can connect with. Now I know more people I can go in there and talk to. So it's really like a family on campus.
Yeah, CMI definitely is underrated.
I'll be trying to tell
underrated, and it's just like, please get into it. Like they really helped me out without even knowing they helped me out.
Yes.
But my next question for you is, what's your perspective on mental health from you being a man?
Me being a man, I think we already know the answer. Men's mental health is not. I'm gonna try to use my words carefully here. Just blab now. For men, it's not nurtured the way women's is. Okay. So for women, we are taught to cater to them and to make sure that they're okay and to solve their issues and make sure that it's perfect harmony for them, for us. But on the reverse side, it's not the same way. For us, we have to handle problems from family, friends, whoever your significant other is, as well as your own. So a lot of men tend to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. That's just the society perspective that's been projected on us. Yeah, so I don't believe that it's nurtured the way that it should be. And that's why we have a lot of problems. That's why the numbers are what they are. Speaking from experience, like I had mental health issues, like touchy subject, but going deeper, like a lot of men are taking their own lives more than women because their mental health is not nurtured, and there's signs of it, but as men, on the flip side, we're not emotional like women. So you have to catch those signs quick, no matter how small they are when they happen, because as it boils over, I mean, ain't no telling. And that's a very touchy subject for me because I've lost someone very close to me to suicide. And I also have a friend who's lost people too. So it's something that is definitely very prevalent in men that just needs to be taken care of more. And with us, I feel like it's very easy for us to. I feel like with men, just a checkup can go so far because we aren't checked up on as much. Yeah. Like it is even a little bit off topic, but still in the same realm. Like saying, "Hey, you look nice today. How you doing today?" A woman will hear that 10 times more than a man in a day, a month, whatever.
At the gas station.
Like, so therefore, you've become numb to it, so it's natural for you. If we hear it, listen. You tell me, I remember who told me I look good, what time they said it, what they had on, just because it's such a rarity. But it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. and it needs more awareness than it has right now. Like honestly,
Yeah, a man, he'll kind of like be fidgety and be like, "What can I say this?" And because then we got that era of sassiness. We got this era. He's sassy. This is what's making men not want to be soft, and it's not.
Term.
It is
because you want him to open up, but when he does, he's sassy now.
Yeah. So and I feel like that's actually like really making men not want to say nothing about mental health. It's not making them want to do nothing with a mental health check-in. Like I asked somebody did they want to do one. He was like, "Let me think about it." What is there to think about, sir? Like, do you want to be checked up on or not? Like, I'm not gonna call you sassy. Like, I want men to cry. Like sometimes, I don't like when people cry in front of me, but just back to that, it's rare to see a man cry.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say in that. Like it's just like, do I pet your back? Do I give you a tissue? Do I be like, So it's just like, yeah, this is how I can see like men mental health is not being stressed enough because you don't even know how to put your feelings out there without having to be like, oh, my guard got to stay up, So however way men handle their mental health, I still applaud them because it's like a lot of stuff we don't see behind closed doors. Like sometimes men, they wait to cry until you leave.
Depending on the relationship with your friends, they maybe, if you trust your guys. I mean, it don't even have to be crying though. We definitely can talk to our guys about some sensitive topics because as a man talking to another man, he got the same weight that you got. So you can not even console, you can empathize with him, being that you are in his shoes.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's low key, saying it out loud, that's probably another thing that can contribute to it. Like, as a man opening up to a woman, does that woman know what to say or what to do, how to react to this? Has she been in that situation before? Are you going to be able to properly handle that? With us, I mean, someone's coming to me, like for me, for example, a lot of people come to me with things. Like when you have a natural positivity to yourself and people find you trustworthy, they can talk to you about some things. We had some conversations. We talk. Listen, man, I ain't even know you for that long. I ain't even know you that long. I was like, okay, that's my dog then. But no, like, man, when you can talk to somebody like that, coming to a man is easy. But for a man to do that, it's like, I can listen to you, but I don't know if I want to have you listen to me. Are you going to be able to handle this? Do I even want to tell it to you? There's just so many different factors.
Yeah, but that's just going to see how people's character is, though. Because I check people's character before I could tell them something. Like, if I just feel like you already closed off to people, I'm not going to come to you. It's just, you got to peep the signs. You got to scope the scenery out. Like, that's not going to go out.
Indeed.
But just going into our next question, just because, you brought up people coming to you and talking to you, how do you feel about trauma dumping? How do you handle a trauma dump moment?
How do I handle a trauma dump? Boy, as many times and as many people have come to me about some things, some of them being crazy. Honestly, I can't tell you how I do. Honestly, it's like you literally have to just put yourself in that moment with that person. Because if you thinking about what am I gonna say, how do I make sure that you missing it already?
Yeah.
So you really just gotta be in that moment, and whatever comes, you'll know what to do without thinking about it. If that makes sense. Like if you're telling me something about a traumatic experience, I can't think, oh, okay, maybe if I pat her on the back right now, or if I do this, or maybe if I let her know that I empathize with her because of this. While I'm thinking about that, I'm missing what you're saying. So now I'm not even there for you right now. It all starts with just listening.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to handle it. And I mean, when someone has said what they needed to say and felt their feelings, you can tell by body language if someone needs a hug right now, if they need some space. Or even common courtesy thing, you need some tissue right now. Like I see a tear coming, you need like small gestures like that are things that you can pick up on when you're actually looking and watching and listening to someone. That's the best way. The best advice that I can give handling a trauma dump like that. Like it's just something that you have to be in the moment for. Honestly, it's no real way to go into it.
Do you like being trauma dumped on?
I won't say I like it.
Like, how did you get over the uncomfortable feeling of somebody trauma dumping on you? Like, if I trauma dump on you, it might not be uncomfortable for you because I just say whatever I want to say, and it's just be like, okay. But just say you at Myers and somebody they just dropped the tomato sauce they be like, fuck, my life is just bad, and they just telling you why their life bad. Like, how do you deal with that uncomfortable situation?
Ooh, that's so funny because I just imagine myself, I'm in Meyer doing the Instacart order. You know what? My marriage is cancel batch real quick. I'm gonna be here for a minute. But with something like that, it's really the same thing. I mean, just a listening ear, you never know how far that's gonna go.
Yeah, like, even what you say, I'm about to cancel this batch, it just goes to show your character. Like, I'll listen for a minute, even though I'm still uncomfortable because I don't know you. Like, I don't know what you about to put me in.
Exactly.
So
I don't know, and you don't know how many people disregard what somebody has to say or don't listen to it. And you just being that person to listen, you don't have to have the greatest advice. You don't have to tell them, oh, this, you ain't got to do that. Just listen and be there. That's it. People will appreciate your listening ear, knowing that someone has listened to their story, and that might put them in. That might be all they needed, just for somebody to listen to what they got to say. Because I mean, there are some people that just want to talk and want you to hear their story. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I mean, that's just them. That's how they cope. They want someone to listen. I mean, everybody does, but something like that, I think I just listen to what they have to say, depending on what it is. Then we'll see where we can go from there. But at the end of the day, I just start with listening. I don't know what type of mindset they got. You know, they might try to fight me. You just like him. Don't listen to nobody. I ain't got time for that. Go ahead, Bookie Butt. Say what you gotta say. I'm here for you right now. Say what you gotta say.
Oh my gosh. Well, our last question is: do you journal?
Do I journal? When I was reading like little Bible scriptures and doing like devotional planning and stuff, just getting deeper in my spiritual walk, that's when I mostly journal. Now I don't really anymore. Mostly because I just don't have or take or make time to just sit out and journal. Like honestly, I'm just be so busy ripping and running with school, work, the 3-4 jobs I got, doing clubs, organizations, events, like it just be a lot. So I don't.
Go ahead and get back into it. You ain't always gotta write it out. You know, whatever it is that you're getting it out, and it's not to somebody else, or it's something that's just sacred. You just note to self. That's exactly what journaling is.
In that term, then yes, I do. I was looking at it from like a everyday type of thing. More for me, it's more like I do it when I know that I need to.
Okay, well that's a small step in it. That's a baby step for sure.
Yeah. When I know I have something that's weighing on me, or I just want to express myself. Go to the notes, write something, whether it be song lyrics, poem, whatever. It's just how I'm feeling in that moment. Okay. I mean, that's my personal getaway. Going back to us guys, you know, I ain't about to call up one of my friends. Yeah, girl, let me talk to you how I'm feeling right now. I'm going to just go to the notes. Them 2K runs, getting in that group chat on the P4, that party chat. Ooh.
Hell no.
Well, we talked about some things. I'm telling you.
The game really is show somebody character. I ain't gonna lie. I sat there and was like, who are you? Like, turn this shit off. You don't act like this when I.
Hey, man, listen.
But,
we gotta be ourselves with the guys.
Y'all cussing out a 9-year-old. There'd be a 9-year-old in the party.
Listen,
cussing them out.
He called me the N-word, okay? He deserved it. You talking about Call of Duty chats. I already know what you're talking about right now. He had me messed up. I don't know who the hell he thought he was talking to.
But I appreciate you sitting down with me and like just doing the mental health check-in because you know it don't always happen all the time, as you already said. Yeah. And you know it's just like a little bit of motivation to look at my journal that I make. It is a note to self mental health journal. You can look through it, skim through it, and just get a vibe of it. I feel like blue. I can make a blue one.
Blue my favorite color.
I can make anything. Jack of all trades. But yeah, so you know, journaling worked for me all through college and stuff. So I feel like I could just make some for other people because it do work. And mine wasn't guided, so I put a bunch of coping mechanisms in there. Healthy habits, coloring pages. It's not just a journal. It's really just
a little 3-in-1
guided. You feel me? Yes, head and shoulders.
Okay. Knees and toes too. You got all those here. Okay.
So yeah, just want to do a check-in. I appreciate you coming and just sitting down and just talking to me about your mental health.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming and talking with me. Okay, having a little